It'll be nearly 6 years to the day since the last time Israel Adesanya fought for in a non-title fight when he steps into the cage against Nassourdine Imavov on February the 1st in Saudi Arabia. Izzy, does that, give you, I guess, a bit of a sense of freedom going into a fight with it being a non-title fight?
Yeah, there's definitely pressure I put on myself and whatnot, but without the title on this one, it just gives me a sense of freedom, so I can just go in there and fight and get paid.
And I imagine the sense of purpose is more just to show yourself what you're all about right now. It's not about showing other people. Again, with a non-title fight, I think everybody knows how high of a level you are, but I think for yourself, that's probably what the mandate is here.
Yeah, definitely. Just having fun while I'm in there, being present, and just being free just to do whatever I want to do without any consequences of a belt being on the line.
I saw that Robert Whittaker had joined City Kickboxing and is doing some cross-training with you guys. What's it been like having somebody like Rob, a guy who you fought twice before? I know that Rob Wilkinson's a frequent training partner of yours as well. He's another guy that you fought in the past. Having him in the room with you, what has that done for your level?
Yeah, Rob just came and brightened up the later part of this camp, and also this part of your career. It's always nice to have something new energy, new training bodies. And Rob is one of the best, in the world. And again, he's just across the pond in Australia, in Sydney. So it's nice to have him come through and show some love. And I'll be returning the favor as well. It was just good to have him around because he really lifted the spirits of the gym.
Is there anything that you learn about yourself from having, a former rival come in and train with you and help, both of you guys raise your levels of your game at this stage in your career?
Is there anything I learned about myself? We're just all on the same journey, but in different lanes. I'm in my own lane, everyone's in their own lane. But we all have a common goal to, hopefully, which most wouldn't do, grab the belt, but mainly just to provide for our generations.
Do you have a plan for how this year goes? Is there something in mind that you have going into this fight saying, I want to do this, it's early in the year, February 1st, and then I want to do this and this? Do you have a roadmap at all right now?
No. I did that when I was coming up in the game because I needed to, and I needed to map out and dictate what I did. But I've already established what I need to establish in this game. So now it's not really, I'm just looking at Imavov. That's it. He's the only person in my sights.
What can you tell me about him as a fighter? When you look at his game and what he does well, how do you think you can offset that?
He's very slick. He's very well-rounded. Yeah, I can offset it by just being myself.
How much do you want to show off your grappling in this fight? Because I know you've talked about wanting to get a submission at some point in the game and show people how well-rounded you have become over the years. Is that a big priority going into this one?
It's not a big priority, but I welcome it. I welcome the exchanges, be it stand-up or in the grappling.
Shortly after your fight with Imavov, we're going to have the middleweight championship on the line, Dracus against Sean Strickland, the rematch. How do you think that one goes based on what you saw in the first fight and since you've been in there with Dracus beyond that time?
Yeah, I think Dracus is going to take it again. Yeah, I think he's going to take it again. Yeah.
What was it like being in there with Dracus when, you're like a technical wizard and your striking is so pretty. It's so, it's so crisp, so precise. And Dracus is a guy who's just he's like the Tasmanian devil. He's just all over the place and you don't know what's going to come next. Was that frustrating for you to be in there with a guy who fights like that? He's a free fighter, but at the same time, he's just so unpredictable.
No, it wasn't frustrating, but it was interesting to witness and to exchange with him. You have to give it respect. He's really good at what he does. So, yeah, you have to respect it.
When you say he's good at what he does, what is it that he does? What is it that has made him a champion in this sport that you think is different from other fighters?
He's just stubborn. He's stubborn. He just strong will. So you have to be able to break his will to beat him.
And what do you think that'll take? Is that something that I imagine the next time you two fight is something you want to show? But what do you think it would be that would be able to break his resolve?
I'm just focused on Imavov right now. That's the only person I have in my sights, nothing else.
And a win over Imavov, where do you think that puts you in the division? Or again, is that just something that you're not concerned about and the dominoes will fall where they fall?
I'm not concerned right now. I'm just focused on Imavov.
And you've been in Saudi Arabia for so many big moments in combat sports, but you have yet to fight there. What are you most looking forward to about fighting in the kingdom?
I'm looking forward to be honest, the energy of the crowd. I think it's going to be different. Like, you know, I've fought all over the world, and I haven't fought in Saudi, so I feel the crowd from what I've seen, being a part of the crowd, it's a lot different. So I look forward to feeling the energy in the arena.
Well, Israel, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. With this being a non-title fight, I'm really excited to see what this sort of fight is like, having not seen you in a non-title fight for some time. I think we're going to see a really interesting version of your game, and we're looking forward to that. It's the main event, February 1st in Saudi Arabia. Yourself, Nassourdine Imavov, 5-round main event. Thank you so much for your time.
My man, thank you. Appreciate it.